Donna Schwartz here from the Everything Saxophone podcast. We're at the NAMM Show 2022. We're live. We're finally live after 2.5 years. This podcast is sponsored by Legere Reeds. We're at the Legere booth in front of the American Cut. Check that out. Boy, that's impressive right here. I'm here with one of the podcast favorites. Your episode, Matt Lee, is one of the most listened to episodes that we have. It has inspired so many people, so congratulations.
Thank you very much. It was a great time, and glad it's maybe changed some stuff for some people, apparently.
Not only apparently, so many people have reached out and said you've inspired them, you've changed them, and so I'm so glad to have you on here because you know what? You inspired me too. What a great story. I mean, seriously, what a great story. How said, you know what? I am going to create my own music, and now look at you. You're topping the charts. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's, that whole thing, my wife's like, you got to get a song out, and I finally did it, and didn't have a whole lot of expectations, and it's just taken off.
It's great, it's fantastic, and you know what I wanted to ask you too, so we've talked about like your songwriting process, we talked about some other things too, and some of the stories from the past, but let's talk more about like some of the behind the scenes things that people don't know about in terms of like, you know, when to put the single out and, you know, it has to be at certain times and all that kind of stuff. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that you have to kind of do in a certain order to do it correctly, and you know, I have a promoter. You really have to find a good promoter. That's one of the big things. Second thing, you got to have a good producer, someone that can really put together a song that's gonna, you know, do what, you know, kind of fit yourself and be something that people are going to want to listen to. So, I mean, having a good producer, having a good promoter is, you know, is the top two things. Also having good recording equipment, you know, knowing how to use it properly. I actually, now that we're talking about it, I'm actually starting my own thing called Sax Coach, and it's on my website where I can actually help people get that first single out. I did it on my own, had to learn it on my own, so I actually have started a program called Sax Coach on my website.
Okay, that is brilliant. I am going to actually, because that is brilliant, because I would have absolutely suggested for you to do that.
Yeah, I did. I just actually put it up about a month ago, and I feel like what I learned I can share for those people that aren't comfortable or they don't know what to do. I had to kind of figure it out. So usually when you have to figure it out on your own, you know, you seem to learn it on a different level, you know, versus just everyone doing everything for you. When you can do it all yourself and know how to do it, it makes a huge difference.
Oh, for sure. So what will Sax Coach entail? Like, would it cover, actually tell us what it entail.
Basically, I have different modules, and I do Zoom calls, I can do in-person meetings, I can even fly to you, if, you know, go to your home studio. We go over recording gear, what type of recording gear you have or what you maybe don't have that you might need to get, how to market yourself, how to find the right producer, the right promoter, and it's really geared towards getting out that first song, and you know, it's all basically an all-inclusive. I can cover it all. I have like a platinum, gold, and silver sort of membership, and it's only 1 month, and you can cancel any time. But at least gets people, you know, figuring out how to do it that have no clue. Because I had no clue myself, and I did have some good friends that helped me, but a lot of it you have to figure out on your own. So.
Yeah, for sure. And there's such a steep learning curve as well.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it took me a good year of trials and tribulation, kind of going through it and getting frustrated. And how do I do this? Who do I go to have this done or that done? And once you kind of learn the process, then it becomes easy.
Now, you also, though, I know you understand recording because, you know, I've seen your Facebook Lives, you know, in terms of your videos and stuff like that. So does the Sax Coach, do you also, you know, cover like the best recording equipment for your instrument? And it is only saxophones, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it could apply to other things, but I know sax and I don't know these other, you know, I don't deal with guitars or keyboards, but same principle if you're going into smooth jazz. I mean, you got to have that producer, the promoter, have the right gear. How do you make a video? How do you put it out, a professional looking video, so it doesn't sound like it's just shot from an iPhone? So there's a lot of things to know, and I'm excited to kind of share that with people.
That's awesome. And I think also, I'm also wondering about this too. So, for you, did you create your backing tracks or did you have a live band? How does that work?
So, like the music that's out on the radio right now, that's all live. Well, 2 of the songs are all live instruments, bass, drums, keyboard. 2 of the other songs are more programmed, electronic, but those can sound great too if they're done right. But again, if you work with a good or a producer, they're going to kind of provide a lot of that for you, and they'll send you stuff where you can go like, I like it, I don't like it, and then you start laying down the sax, and you work with that producer, and they start comping the song together, they start mixing it, they may come back and say, hey, I don't like that, can you add this over here? So there's a lot of back and forth, a lot.
Okay, that's just awesome to know. Let's keep with this track for a second. So One More Kiss has been doing great in the charts. Any other songs coming up after
Actually,
that?
I'm going to have my next single is going to be set to release in September, only because they're telling me we can't do nothing till then because the song's doing well. We don't want to introduce something too soon, obviously, that might cause a problem for the song that's out there. So there is going to be something coming in September, and already kind of working on it as we speak, in the very beginning stages. A lot of work to do.
Awesome. This is so great. Okay, so now let's switch gears, and you also are West Coast Sax. You have mouthpieces. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I started that, was it 2014, and still making mouthpieces. It's kind of a passion I have, and there's nothing better than hearing from a saxophone player like yourself saying, hey, this is great. It's a fun thing, and labor of love for me, and we'll see where it takes me. Now with my music, I don't have quite as much time now, so we're gonna have to see where it goes.
That's awesome. Now, I'm curious. You got this song coming out. You got this song out. You're gonna have another song coming out. Any thoughts? After you accumulate a number of songs, are you gonna tour? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I've already been getting phone calls. So, yeah, I'm currently living in Las Vegas, but we're actually looking to move probably to Florida, which you don't know. So I kind of want to figure that out. We're going next week to go, check out the area, and I got really bad allergies and asthma. So Las Vegas, unfortunately, because of the wind and the dirt, it makes it really difficult for asthmatics and people with bad allergies. So I'm gonna go somewhere where it's healthier for me.
Okay, I didn't know that, and I have really bad allergies myself, and I guess a little bit of asthma too. I didn't know that. I can understand that because at times in California when it gets really windy, it's really hard to breathe.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm on 2 different allergy medications. I have medications for my asthma. I take 2 different things every day.
How is that impacting your saxophone playing?
It makes it tough. Since I've been in Vegas, it's a lot harder to, have that air support and, be able to play properly. So it definitely makes it tough. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it makes it tough. So I'm looking at somewhere where I can breathe a little better, and, because I'm always coughing and, with the allergies and stuff and sniffing and, all that stuff. So I think it's really going to help.
Do you find, I know you lived, I think it was Temecula or something like that before in California.
Yeah.
Is it worse in Las Vegas?
It is worse. It's definitely worse, and I thought that was bad, and it's gotten even worse. And I think because there's just so much, it's the desert, it's just dirt around a city, and that wind, we get a lot of wind in Vegas, so it really starts blowing that dirt around.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I have family that's in Phoenix, actually.
They get some big dust clouds out there.
Yeah, they dust storms actually that can be really, really crazy. But I didn't know that. That's interesting. And how do you? I know it impacts your playing. Do you do anything special? Have you come up with exercises, or do you do anything special to deal with the asthma and the allergies on the saxophone?
Yeah, other than just the medications that I have to take every day, I use a device for any asthmatics out there that have issues and trying to have bigger lung volumes. There's you can go on even Amazon, there's a device called incentive spirometer, and it's a lung exerciser. And I've been having to do that and never had to do it before. So I'm doing that, and it does help. It really does.
Interesting thing, I also play trumpet, so my trumpet teacher in the 80s had me get one. And, you know, lots of like breathing bags and all that kind of thing. You know, brass players tend to do this, but yeah, that will absolutely help for sure. Well, listen, Matt, I know you probably have to run here. I'm so glad that you're at NAMM. I'm glad I'm seeing you here. I didn't know you were going to move to Florida. Oh, all right.
We can still do the same stuff. We got Facebook and we got texting and all that good stuff.
Yes, and I'm sure you're going to be coming back to NAMM, in the future.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, this is fun. Fun show.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Matt.